Okay, so kind of an update uh, on a progress. Let me zoom out some. Alright, a little bit of an update on this is where the pool is going to go. And it's going to go from right here. I got these little steps roughed out, which there used to be a pellet stove right there. And it's right there now because Dad had been talking about wanting to fix it and work on it, and having a 7-foot wide pool right here would make it very difficult to get anything from over there down here. So I went ahead and moved it ahead of time. But it's kind of hard to see. It doesn't look very level. And I gotta touch up the stairs again. Like I said, there was some loose dirt right here. Because what I was doing is there was a few little like lumps and stuff right in here. And I just sort of chopped that down. Right there, it used to sink down like, I mean, you can see on the backside there almost the whole block is showing. So it started like right there and it sunk down to that lower block. So I got it almost level with that block. Up that way, it kind of really sank down along these pillars. So I was cutting down here and bringing it over there, but also taking from the back there and bringing it up this way. Lowering that and raising this so that I only have to dig about half instead of just going here and leveling it all the way straight back. But I got that little thing right there. It's like a plow, and I will kind of pull some of that down this way, pat that back down. But actually, the pool is here, and it's right there. 9 foot 10 inch by 6 foot 7. And it's 26 inches deep. And I'm probably only going to have it about 20. So I'm only going to have it about 3/4 full. Depending upon how it really goes in here, and if I can actually get it more level than what it is now, I might fill it up a little bit more. My fish, I don't really have to worry about them jumping. Now, like an arowana, you would really want to be careful. They jump. But I don't really want an arowana, so I don't have to worry about them jumping. Like I said, I'll put some hides and stuff in there, and that's probably where they'll stay for the most part anyway. But one thing that I noticed, working down here, doing anything, you get so hot so fast. So I'm really not worried about the heating, at least for the majority of the year. Wintertime, I'll have to for sure put some sort of like heat pad, which like I said, I'm wanting to use the heat tape for like the reptiles. Put it on the outside. But I'm going to bring this back some, try to level that out. I've got the levels right there. I've been kind of going at it little by little, but I was trying to find a board that was straight enough, about that same length, so that I could stretch it from one side to the other and see from point A to point B how much of a gap there is. I'm not sure, but like I said, it don't have to be perfect. It's way better than what it was. Right there used to be a big swell And there used to be a big piece of tarp that stopped like right here. And I just chopped it out of the way. It's right there now. So I'm going to go ahead and take that thing right there and try to kind of bring this back some and like flatten it down, because it was pretty flat. And then I drug the stove, the pellet stove down. That really sort of chunked a lot of it up, which there's like a concrete, something like a big right in there that I'll have to dig up and then just like put dirt in its place. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the camera and hopefully I can just kind of restart. But if I have to just piece it together in like a movie maker app, I'm using my phone right now. If I have to just kind of stack it to make the video, that's what I'll do. Okay, now that just took 3 or 4 minutes, and you can see too much, just how much flatter it is. Right about there it shoots up, so I gotta start like right there and kind of curve down that piece of rock or whatever is right here. But I'll be able to get that out with the shovel. I'm gonna have to go. Let me zoom back out. There we go. I'm gonna have to go down this way a little bit for the outriggers of the pool. Got my steps worked on a little bit for these things right here. I don't know how far they stick out. That one goes straight down, so they straight down, probably out maybe a foot. So I got to get that out of the way, that out of the way, this, that, all this stuff here. But it's getting there. It's getting there. But it gets so hot under here. It's no joke. Just a few minutes and you're sweating. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of step around up where you can see my foot tracks, like I'm tamping it down. Which I'm not worried about anything massive. Like it says it's a durable like it's thicker. It's like 3 layers of like a Kevlar. Hold on a second. $872 gallons. Outside width 8'4". Outside length 11'8". Oh boy. So I need to remeasure that. I might have to dig even further back. I might be into those water lines right there. Boy. Well, that won't be a hard deal. Like from here, back out. From like right here to there is like almost, it's like 7.5 foot or something like that. So 8'4". That won't take too long. Excuse me. But anyway, the pond is here, the pool. So it's just taking the time and getting all of this flattened out. Like I said, I'm not worried about a ton of like huge rocks. Mostly you just get rocks out from under ponds or pools so that you don't step on them and like get a, I don't know, like just like a stone bruise or whatever. And there's really no sharp rocks down here. But yeah, I'm gonna just flatten it out because I do want to be able to get in with them. But I'm thinking if there's like 2 of the bigger like outrigger poles, for it to be 9 or inside 9'10", then every 2 foot would be, well, or not, for good grief, for 2 pieces, that would mean it would be split into fourths. So should be one at 3 feet and 6 feet roundabout. So 3 feet apart should put both of the 2 bigger ones, either one like right here at this corner and one over there, or maybe both of them in between these 2. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. No going back now. I already spent the money on the pond. I'll have to move this big headboard, but that won't be a big deal. I'll just slide it over here with everything else, and or push it straight back. I don't know yet. It's pretty much junk. It's just old, like an heirloom, but it's pretty much falling apart. The footboard is over there. It did actually fall apart. It's broke, so it's kind of pointless to have this thing. It's delaminating and all kinds of crap, but what can you do? But that'll be it for this video. The progress is happening. I'm digging it flat as we speak. I just got to move some more stuff out of the way, and yeah, I'm going to have this little bay area clean, clear. I'm going to put the pool as close to this side as I can. The pump's going to sit like right here. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. If you want to see what this used to look like before I did this, go back to one of my old KDX videos where I worked on it right here. And you can see like all that's been moved and changed. Quick kind of update. I got that headboard out of the way. It actually had delaminated and actually fell in half. A lot of the glued boards had lost their glue, I guess, and actually just fell apart, so that is no good anymore. Might be able to reglue it, so I just took everything and tossed it up there. It's out of harm's way. And I had a really good tip from a friend. He said to take a tarp and staple the tarp up above the pool, and that way if anything evaporates, it'll go up and a good chunk of it will hit the tarp and accumulate and just kind of drip back down. But I don't think there's going to be that much evaporation down here. He was also kind of concerned with standing water, but whenever it rains, there's water right there. So I'm working on getting all of this. This is stuff from my grandma's house after she passed away. Those pink totes, whatever that is, coffee pot, those, like a lot of this stuff came from Grandma's property. But this is easily wider than I need. But like right there at that insulation, I've got to cut down just a few inches. It pretty much levels back out, like right there at that piece of plank, a little piece of decorative, like sheet wood or whatever you call it. But yeah, I will definitely be able to go that way far enough. I can come this way far enough. I might have to dig that way just a little bit farther back. It says that team setup takes 2 to 3 people. Well, I mean, I brought it down here by myself. It can't be that bad to put it up by yourself. But if need be, I have friends. So let's see. Outside dimensions is a 11'8". So we'll pretty much go 12 foot on the tape measure. I'll be right back. Okay, so right there is 12 foot. It's about 5 or 6 inches from the edge of the little step that I made, and it hooks to back here right against that board. Now, inside dimensions was like 9.8, I believe what it said. So really all I need to do is right here near the middle, or wherever that little kicker is going to stick out, is as far back as I need to go, and I'll just make a notch for it. But yeah, this looks way better. I'll tamp it down a little bit. Like I said, I'll get that, where's it at? Like right in there, that piece of concrete or whatever, and just, I don't know how well that comes across, but there's a little divot, yep, right there, and then right here. But I can just slick back right across there. So, yeah, won't be too much longer, and this thing will be ready to go. There's a big rock right there, though. I don't think I'll have to be that far over, but if we have to, we'll move it. Okay, so I was going to call it quits, but I hate to leave a project unfinished if I have anything left in me. Which I'm running very low. But there's that piece. Right here is that piece of concrete. Right there. Whew. I just dug a little bit more in that corner right there. I might need to dig down an inch or two more back here in the back. But there you go. One zoom has some brighter, like it, I don't know what it does, but makes it brighter. Anyway, I might need to go down a little bit in that very far back corner. This isn't staying here. It's just what I got from that top corner up there, shoveling or scooping it down with that thing. That thing does really good for flattening it out. But I gotta find a board that's a little bit bigger than, I think my level is only like 2.5 foot. So I'm just using it in little tiny spots, little increments. I want to get a board that'll stretch all the way from the front to the back. That way I can see the difference between the whole 12 foot. And and then make my adjustments there. But it seems to be pretty flat, other than maybe from all the way back there to all the way over here, it might be an inch off, which I could probably just take a rake, I just had this idea. I'll take a rake and like kind of harshly kind of scratch at it, and then take this thing and just trowel it back, stomp that in some right here, pack it down. I'm pretty sure it says the inside diameter for is 6'7". I'm pretty sure I could be bumped up against that and have plenty of space this way. I could put seats right here so you kind of just sit and watch. You could still get around this way. We're going to end up cleaning this out right here. Like I said, this was just a bunch of grandma's stuff, and you know, some of it's like that box right there came off the property. That came off the property. But like that gas can, that lid, the tires and stuff were from old dirt bikes that I've had that come from the property. Like a lot of it, just that sewing table back there, just stuff that had to be got off of a property. We didn't know where to put it. There's a lot of china and glass and stuff over there. But yeah, the tote for the filter is going to go right about where that Rubbermaid lid is. I got to flatten it, and I'm going to put it up on blocks, probably up to, I guess, like 1, 2, 3, the third block ish, just to keep it raised above the pool. Makes plumbing way easier. All I gotta do is just go up to the top of the pool, over, or to the top of the filter, over, and then down to the middle of it. And I found some 1.25" PVC pipe, so all I really need is just some elbows, and I probably have enough to make the whole entire system out of what I have at the house. But I'll go ahead and buy a couple pieces of the Schedule 40 or whatever, and I don't know if it's cheap enough. I might just make the whole thing out of the Schedule 40. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this progress. I wasn't earlier. Like, I had to come back down here. I sat up at the house and kind of worked on the video for a little bit, and I was like, I don't want to leave it at what it was. I came back down to update you guys even further. It is pretty much done. Like I said, I just might need to go down a couple inches that way and just sort of flake it back. And if I can get it down solid to solid ground without having to pack any of this down, I'll just get rid of it, and I'll make the steps. That's one thing that I'm going to do, is take the steps and have them go all the way across as far as I can. That way it's easier to get up here. And yeah, put the tarp above the top. Leave that little valve clear. I wish I could find like a hot water line and run it to just right over top of the pool, and put, whenever I do water changes, just pump the water out with the pump, and then just crack open the hot water valve. And you're supposed to add the pond or the water treatment before you refill anyway. So add the treatment, add 20 gallons or whatever of hot water. By the time it reaches the fish, they can get away from the hot and then by the time it reaches them, it's diluted down and cooled off. I might see about doing that. I don't know yet. That would be kind of a pretty substantial modification to the water system that they might not want to do. I don't really want to hook it up to the cold, because I think you'd do more damage having the water go below what they're used to than going over a little bit. But I don't know. I'll think about it. So 8 minutes. Jeez, I talk too much. Anyway, hopefully you guys can see the vision. I'm so excited with how it's came this far so far. This is honestly, I worked a little bit on it yesterday, and it was so hot, it literally about killed me. Like, I got so hot, I got sick, about puked, about passed out like 3 times. Like I said, it shouldn't take much to heat this place up down here, because I'm sweating just standing down here. So that means it's at least like upper 70s down here. I keep wanting to bring the thermometer gun, like the IR thermometer, but like I don't want to forget it down here, so I just leave it. But I do need to bring it down here and check temperatures, because honestly, it feels like it's warmer than what the water needs to be down here. So I might not even have to put a heater on the pool until it starts to get fall and winter time. But like I said, big strip of heat tape along the side of it. That heat tape will get to 90, should dilute down to at least 70s. And then if it does start to get too hot, then I can just, unplug it and put a gauge on it, or what do they call it? Like a thermostat? Yeah, thermostat. Put one of those on it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and coming along. I want to go ahead and just get the whole thing put up at one time. So I'll wait till Wednesday. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, so it is Tuesday. So I'll wait till tomorrow, till hopefully the pump gets here, and then I'll just try to set it all up at one time. So, yeah. What do you think? I like it.